Honorable Minister, Mr. Doot, Mr. Pawan Kumar Vijay, Mr. Madan, and Mr. Aditya. It's a pleasure to be talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, today and introducing the theme. I'll start with a story that happened in this very same hotel about 5 years back. We had one of our US partners visiting us, and he said that, can you get me about 10 or 15 people to whom I can talk about something called XBRL? And I said, what is XBRL? And he said, it's Extensible Business Reporting Language. I didn't understand a hell of it, but I got a few people. And he talked about it, and he said that, okay, they understood something, they didn't understand something, but they went away. On his way back, he said that in the same hotel, 5 years down the line, you will see 100, 200 people, and you will see this country take this up. I said, okay, let's see what happens. And I see that as reality. I didn't believe him at that day. And the gentleman I'm talking about is a gentleman called Mike Willis, who's the chairman of XBRL International today. And his vision seems to have come true. What he's predicting now is that this is not only going to become, as of today, it's a compliance mechanism. Tomorrow it would become a corporate reporting mechanism for the large corporates too. To introduce the theme, as Mr. Doot said very, very nicely, in a very lucid fashion, that it is the extensible business reporting language. Now, what does that mean? It talks about standardization and simplification, and it merges elements of finance and technology in a very interesting way. So when we talk of technology, and I've done a bit of technology over the last several years, we talk about various types of technology companies and platforms, so Microsoft, Java, IBM, and so on and so forth. There is one thing that all of these companies, all of these platforms could use as a standard in the technology world, and that particular element or concept is called XML. It's a document that can be understood by all these various types of technologies. From a finance standpoint, all of you would know that there are various standards that have come in. There are standards from IFRS is one standard, the Indian GAAP is another standard, there are other gaps elsewhere in the world. And there are compliance mechanisms. The government has gotten various rules in which we need to comply. So those rules form the taxonomy. So what XBRL is that it takes up XML, which is a standard across various types of technologies, and superimposes the financial standards on that, and it becomes a standard for reporting. So this becomes a transparent, a very easy way for everybody to understand. Everybody speaks in the same language, and so there is less scope for subjective interpretation of the data element. So whether it's the investors in the company, Mr. Doot was talking about M&A, it's whether it's the investors in the company, whether it's the regulators, or it's internal reports in an organization. So it's like a single source of the truth of financial data in the organization, leaving less room for subjective analysis or judgment. Honorable Minister is there, and I think there's a great step and a very bold step taken by MCA to have this particular regulation bring in. And some of the other regulators have also started doing it. RBI has done it. SEBI is thinking about it. ICAI has played a very, very important role in this. So we see this revolution coming in India, and I think we started a bit late, but we are probably going at a much faster pace than what we have seen elsewhere in the world, in US, UK, or Australia. They started a bit earlier, but as we do in many cases, and we're very proud to be Indians like that, we move at a much faster pace, and hopefully we will be able to become more transparent and become more standardized in a very fast time. The other piece that XBRL helps is around, there's a lot of time that's taken to collect the information, and then once the information is collected, then you analyze the information. The value of any financial analysis is on the analyzing piece, not so much in collection. So if there is a standardized process, if there is a standardized system, which could be on XBRL, then you take less time to collect the information and you get more time to do analysis, hence get more value out of it. Just to touch upon some of the challenges, I'm sure speakers in the detailed session would talk about it, is how do we train people in India in XBRL? It's relatively a new concept, so and a lot of companies will need to do it. So how do we train people? So that's one challenge. What software tool do we use? Because there's an element of technology in this. So what kind of tool, what is the scalability of the tool that we need to use? That's another challenge that is there in front of the industry. The first time effort to tag the financial statements, the schedules, maybe many of your chartered accountants in this room, the schedules to the XBRL document, that first time effort, that's something that's important for the companies to consider. And the last point I'm sure the speakers would deliberate on in the detailed session, is, as I said, it's not just about compliance, it goes way beyond. It goes into the realms of all types of standardized reporting which can enable analysis for all types of financial reporting. That is another point that I think some of the speakers would touch upon in the detailed session. So I'm leaving a few thoughts here which I'm sure will get elaborated on in the detailed session, and introducing the theme XBRL. I'm sure you would enjoy the session in the next half. Thank you.